What is up, guys? Welcome to the next installment of my Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode. For future episodes I might end up doing this live stream, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yes, still currently top of the table with Crystal Palace and Cardiff City just underneath ourselves. And unfortunately, a bit of sad news here. I submitted a transfer request just because he felt he was underpaid, though I did give him a new contract at the start of the season which he was happy with, though I don't know whether it was increasing other people's salaries to higher than his. Well, he only wanted like 2-3 grand, which I was happy to give him. His agent even suggested it, so you know, you've got to take into account his agent was being a bit sneaky there, so obviously we'll have to see if we can renew his contract come January, or come another time in the season we can actually keep him. But otherwise he's going to run out his contract and we're going to have to sell him. We have had a few accounts of people wanting to buy him, but we've said no because obviously we're trying to sort out his contract really. But we're putting Lucas in this match instead of Bowden because Bowden's a little bit, you know, fixated on this money issue. So, you know, Lucas getting off to a good start, getting Ipswich Town 1-0 in front. What can Lucas do for the rest of this match? I mean, what can he do for the rest of the season, to be honest? I mean, he's what, 67 rated, going on 68, 69, and yeah, he's really good player. He's playing really well actually. The only thing I don't really like about him is not that quick. So, you know, Bowden's definitely got the better stats, shall we say. Well, he is our exciting well, say that, Lucas is also an exciting prospect, so, you know, maybe we should start Lucas a bit more if we can't actually sort Bowden's contract out. And even when we do, is he going to be likely to actually come and negotiate on the table? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But Lucas here scoring Ipswich Town second as we've gone 1-1 and then we've made it 2-1. Once again, Lucas finding a great pass over into Kamara, but Kamara can't find the back of the net. He can only find the hands of the keeper. Now Bristol City are a very good team, and I was going into this game thinking, you know, they're 5th in the league, we're top. We've been doing very well with, you know, Swansea and Luton have sort of been the bogey teams, and I think Bristol City might have been a bogey team as they do go 2-all at the halfway mark. And Andreas Weisman is very good for Bristol City, so he is one that I sort of earmarked to, you know, sort of defend well against, but obviously he has scored 2 goals against us and we haven't really done what we looked out to do. But then Lucas coming along and getting his hat-trick as he makes, well, it's the age-old question. Lucas getting a hat-trick this episode, or this match. Do we start him over Bowden? But Bowden is so good. He's like the English top goal scorer, just over Harris, or Harris might be just edging out in front. But look at this, Lucas with his 4th goal this match. I mean, if that's not screaming out the next striker if Bowden can't be sorted out, I think Lucas will probably be our striker if Bowden gets sold. But you know, with like the 11 million that's been offered around for Bowden, it's just an excessive amount that we can probably sort out our wing backs. Obviously Tanner coming from Bristol City, I believe he did, and you know, he's been really good, but he's not that quick. Obviously we would like a quick wing back that's also physical and very good defensively, and obviously a bit of an attacking prowess as well, though obviously Tanner is on the ball now, but obviously substitute him on for was Burns. And Burns is good in the attacking phase, he's not that great going on defensively, as Harris gets Ipswich Town's 5th goal. 5th goal. I know this episode has been titled Goals, and you'll see why as you go later down in the video, unless you just scroll through and you can see the final results. And yeah, pretty much every cut I've made this episode has literally been a goal towards it, unless it's been a really good effort on target, as Harris fails to do the knee slide and Lucas shows him how it's done. as Harris gets his second to make it Ipswich Town 6, Bristol City 3. And I believe that is how it's going to end, as Bristol hits the bar and only can find the rebound on the side of the net. And yes, that is how it's going to finish. Lucas with 4, Harris with 2. And going into the next game at Blackpool Football Club. I mean, they're playing a 4-5-1 formation against our 5-3-2 formation. And you know, the 4-5-1 formation, one striker against 5 at the back. I mean, come on Blackpool, what are you doing? Are you sitting defensive or what? I mean, I know you're low down in the league, and obviously you're going to see why, because they're literally no trouble against us at all. I think they've had like 1 or 2 shots. As Bowden, yes, we have started Bowden this match, and I don't know, should we have started Lucas against Blackpool, but you know, just giving Bowden that bit of security to say, you know, you are still needed and wanted at this club. You know, just because we're not increasing your salary, I mean, we can't increase your salary because, you know, we've already tried to, and it's just said recently negotiated, so we'll have to see how that goes as well, won't we? And look at that, Bowden just goes ahead and steals it, just sprints past the team, holds it up, sees the run of Harris, chips it over, and Harris just, I mean, the keeper should have done so much better. It's 15 minutes into the game and Harris just slots it past the keeper, and it's just such an easy goal. And Blackpool, no threat whatsoever, as Wolfton and Christensen double team up on their midfielder, and Christensen goes to the run, almost puts through Harris, but finds Davies on the left hand side as Davies chips it over into Harris. Harris holds it out, turns, puts a nice through ball into Knight, and Knight finishes it nicely for Ipswich Town's 3rd. We're not even half an hour in and we're just running away with this game. But it's one of those games where Blackpool, like I say, we're never really in it at all, and we find a nice through ball into Harris as well. Harris finishes it, hits the underside of the bar and goes in, making Ipswich Town 4 at the halfway point. It's silly. It is really silly. On ultimate difficulty, you think, you know, yes, we've got the players over Blackpool, and we've got the chemistry, and we've got everything going, but you know, Blackpool are just faltering. I don't know whether they're playing positions or people out of positions, I don't know. Obviously, who really cares when we're finishing the game off? But Harris with the last effort of that half, and Wes Burns going to go on a nice run here. Can Wes Burns find himself a goal, or can he sweaty it over? No, he just really shit shot from Wes Burns, if I must say so. Really shit shot. But then again, we are 4-0 up, and I believe Knight is going to get us a 5th. Yes, he does. He just passes it into the back of the net. There's no power, there's just precision on that, and he's going to sip his tea after his nice and easy goal, just to get himself that little bit refreshed. And Harris finds Bowden in the air, unfortunately only finds his centre back, and Knight now on the ball finds Lane. Lane's going to power shot it, and the keeper makes a really nice save. That power shot, even from lower rated players, is still a wonder to actually watch. But here's Lucas being put on to the team, onto the pitch, should we say, onto the pitch, yeah, and gets Ipswich Town's 6th, and that will round it off for 6-0, as literally the whistle's going to go right now. I mean, that's mad. That is absolutely mad. 6-0 against Blackpool. Now, this is why you've seen goals as a title, and it's absolutely mad. I mean, Middlesbrough were a tougher team to come up against, but equally not as good as I was expecting them to actually be. And putting Tanner on the lineup, as obviously I do want Tanner to get up to that 74 rated, just so we can use him in the early Championship or the early Premier League games that we're going to be using him in. So Wes Burns obviously quite clearly not getting over the 70 rated, as Danny Ward making a fine save, putting it out for a corner, but obviously nothing comes of it. Kamara dinks over into Harris. Harris controls it, lays it back into Bowden. Bowden forces a save out of the Middlesbrough keeper. I mean, we're trading shots and trading saves in the early part of the match. 20 minutes in, we've yet to find a goal, but can that all change with a nice through ball into Bowden? The Middlesbrough defence was absolutely split by that. They did not see that coming. To be honest, I didn't even see that coming. I played the through ball into Harris. Harris left it because I think he was offside, and Bowden just then said, you know what, I'll pick this up and I'll score from it. And I thought, yeah, I'll hold my hands up on that. I did not mean that at all, but it still came off and was still a wonderful passage of play. And Bowden yet again finishing his chances off, making it Ipswich Town 2 just before the 35th minute mark in the game. I mean, Bowden is showing himself why he's worthy of that larger contract that I will inevitably give him, because we've got the funds to do it. I really want to keep him in the lineup, so I will give him that contract when I'm able to do so. And if not, I mean, his contract's not up until like 2-3 seasons down the line, so he has submitted a transfer request, and yes, we'll probably be inundated with offers during the January transfer window. But you know what? I'm going to reject them all. I'm going to try and do my best and give him that contract as soon as possible, and then block transfers for him, because I don't really want to let him go, because he is my youth development that, you know, me pre-ordering this game actually gives me. Though I do have Lucas on the bench, and you know, I can use him where necessary, but it is going to end 3-0 after Greaves has a power shot from so far out and tries to score, but it's just going to end 3-0 with Bowden's brace and Harris's single. And then up against Millwall, I was expecting this one to be a bit of a rough and tumble game, to be honest, so I have put quite a lot of defensive players on the pitch, and we're just going to have to see how this one goes. Obviously kicking off, and Millwall making a statement of intent, having an early slide tackling, but obviously we're still going to keep the ball and keep playing it around. Nice possession football, nice quick passing, or precise passing, as Lucas gets on the end of that nice through ball from, I believe it was Harris, I think it was, and Lucas once again gets his name on the score sheet, thus proving himself that he is still ready for the first team chance, even if Harris or Bowden goes down injured, which I'm hoping never happens. And Danny Ward with a great save, forcing the ball onto the post, and yes, what a save that was. I mean, keeping us in front there. Danny Ward's proven to be a really good player, as Lucas once again scores a brace when he gets started. I mean, can't argue that Lucas is a really good player. Very young, exciting prospect, 67, 68 rated, I believe. And yeah, he's not the statement of Bowden, where Bowden's like 73, 74, but he's still a really good player. As Knight lofts that through ball into Harris, and Harris just slots it into the bottom left hand corner, making it Ipswich Town 3, Millwall 0, and I do believe that is how the half will round out, I hope. But no, Millwall are on one last counter attack as Will Greaves gets the ball back, and then Bury closes down. Then Wolfton slide tackles him in the box, and Millwall had a free kick to score from, but just sky it as Greaves doesn't make the challenge, and then Millwall just get the nice ball in, and 45 minutes and 2.5 minutes over the minimum, 2 minutes added on time, and Millwall get their goal that they've been searching for. And I can't exactly see how Millwall scored that, but you know, they've just squeezed the ball right through, as Wolfton once again makes a brilliant tackle, and now Daniel Lane on the ball slots it through into Harris. Harris finishes it away, making it Ipswich Town 4, Millwall 1. We can't really say much of Millwall's defence. I mean, it has been very leaky this match, and I mean, ours has been quite solid, but not as solid as we want, as Edmondson makes a free kick, and that's not what we wanted, really. I was expecting this from Bannon in Sheffield Wednesday game, where they scored a few free kicks, but I didn't really think Mill had an actual free kick specialist, but apparently Fleming is one of their really good free kick takers, and they make it 4-2. Well, Josh Knight on the ball here, plays it into Lucas. Lucas then plays it into Harris. Harris finds the back of the net, getting his brace, making Ipswich Town 5, Millwall 2. I mean, 5-2. I mean, literally. I'll say it again. Goals, goals, goals. I mean, we've scored 6 in every single match. Actually, no, we've scored 6 in 2 matches. Middlesbrough was 3 goals, and this one is at least 5 goals. I mean, we've still got 13 minutes left to go, plus extra time. I don't know what's going to happen, but Greaves obviously knocks it down into Burns. Burns into Knight. Knight then finds Harris. Harris sees Kamara, who sees Lucas standing in the open. Was expecting the ball earlier from Harris, but obviously finds it still later on. But 80 minutes in, we are going to have another 6-goal festival. I mean, seriously, it's absolutely madness and mad scenes. As I mean, Danny Ward should have really saved that, but you know, we move on. Obviously, that's why we've scored the 6 goals, just to give us a larger cushion. Obviously, it's nearly over now. I mean, seriously, 85 minutes in, it should round off this way as 6-3. But you know, we're just playing some nice passing possession play as Lucas finds himself in the box and makes it 7-3. Wow. I mean, I wasn't really expecting to get 7 on ultimate difficulty against in the championship, but you know, I'll take everything that I can get, especially as we try and make our way to the Premier League. And what a tackle from Greaves. Really great tackle there, sliding, getting the ball, keeping possession as well. And Millwall now find themselves on the back foot as Knight finds the back of the net. 8 goals. 8. That's, yeah, we're not going to score anymore. It's 92 minutes out of 94. I mean, Knight has been a really good player. He's obviously enjoying the championship life, not being stuck in League One with Derby, where, you know, he really thought he would get out with Derby, but no, he's managed to come up with us, as that is how it'll end. 8-3 or 8-2, sorry. And yeah, top of the table still quite clear, 9 points ahead of Crystal Palace. And next few games, we've got QPR, Coventry, the Derby game with Norwich City, and then Reading to round it off. And yeah, well, hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye bye.